Sierra Romeo, a beam Kettering at 1,500 feet, proceeding down the channel, then coastal, and expect to be arriving at Cox's Bight Beach at 900 hours. I'm a charter pilot, and I reckon the best and the only way to see this part of Tasmania is to fly. I suppose I've flown about 10,000 hours over southern Tasmania in my 30 years or so in the business, and there's always something different to see. Today, I'm taking 3 visitors down along the south coast. We'll land on a beach at Cox's Bight and then go back over the mountains. All of the tourists that fly down here always say it's the most unforgettable part of their trip to Tasmania.
G'day, I'm Algis Kavalskis, and I reckon the only way to see Tasmania is to stay well and truly on it. I started this four-wheel drive business for people who wanted to get off the beaten track, but still do it in comfort and safety. As we leave Hobart, we see some of the best early colonial and Georgian-style buildings in Australia. Most of them are kept in tip-top condition. Let's hope that they're the same way in 100 years from now. This is Salamanca Place. 150 years ago, Hobart town was the center for a prosperous whaling industry, and these old warehouses and taverns did a roaring trade. Today, it's still a busy place. If you're in a market for a piece of hand-carved Tasmanian timber, or a leather purse, or a copper bowl, or whatever, it's all here. We're now deep in the Arve Valley, and it's only about an hour's drive from Hobart. Here we have some of the finest eucalypt forests in Australia. This is what is called a Eucalyptus regnan, or common name for it is the swamp gum. This one, I presume, is about 300-400 years old and perhaps maybe 260 feet high. In this whole area, we grow the tallest hardwoods in the world, in fact. The tallest recorded was in the Styx Valley, which was about, if I remember, 105 meters high. mountain. In fact, it's Mount Wellington. Well, you see over there, you picked out Mount Wellington, haven't you?
Yeah.
Right, if you look a little bit to the left of it, just sort of down and up again, you can just about see the Sleeping Beauty, remember?
Hi, I'm Peter McKay. We're jet boating the Derwent River, one of the most exciting ventures that you'll find in Tasmania. We've been involved in this business for 2 years. We're in the lower reaches of the Derwent River at the present stage, and there are plenty of thrills here too, because we're going through narrow gaps, shallow water, but later on as we move up the river, you'll certainly see some sights when we get involved with the big rapids. And here we go. On our troops, we don't hit this tree! Hang on! This is the big one. This is really jet boating at its best. Probably the best jet boating you'll get in the world. We've got very little water underneath us, and our boats are really designed for this particular job. We actually come up through a major rapid, underneath the railway bridge, and shoot through a very narrow gap. The gap is just a little bit wider than the boat, and you'll find that this is really where the excitement and the adrenaline starts to flow.
After a walk along the beach, we're now on our way back to Bathurst Harbour. It's the most spectacular, I'd say, stretch of sheltered water you could find anywhere. This whole area is practically uninhabited. By this time of the year, there's quite a few bushwalkers down here. In fact, a mate of mine actually runs a wilderness tour operation, and he's pretty busy right through the summer period.
We're going to go out through the narrow gap out here. That'll take us out to Bathurst Harbour. Skirt around.
I'm Bob Geeves. The expeditions I run are fairly flexible. We can walk here to Port Davey by the South Coast track, or we can fly in. We can explore Bathurst Harbour and all the rivers around here in these dinghies, or we can climb a mountain. Today it's a bit of each. We'll leave the boat over on the far shore and then climb Mt Rugby. That's the big one over there, dead ahead of us. Up here you've got the whole of the southwest spread out around you. It's a fantastic country. Due west of us, the Southern Ocean. The next bit of land out that way is Africa. Looking inland, you can almost see Lake Pedder up through that distant valley, but that's 50 kilometres or so away and a good 2 or 3 days walk.
Really shallow around the edge.
Lake Pedder, I think, is the best brown trout fishery in the world. Fish up to 10 kilos are not unusual. In fact, the party I had here last weekend took 20 fish in one day. Biggest one was almost 8 kilos. I get all sorts of people coming to fish here. This lady comes from England. The best trout she's ever landed back home was just over 4 pounds. The bloke down there, he's from the east coast of America. Says he's fished all over the world, but has never seen anything quite like this.
What are you using at the moment, Graham?
Plain deer here, Maddo, the same as I was using last night.
Yeah, good night fly, but I think you'll be better off with this one. It's a, call it a wader fly, a wader mud-eye.
I'm Bill Beck. I've been taking people trout fishing to Pedder and other highland lakes for quite a few years now. Trout fishing is something I've done all my life. It's a great sport, and now, of course, it's a business with me. And so far, I don't think I've had any disappointed customers.
Got one! And he's a good one too! Very nice. About 6 pound.
I think you better come and help me, Bill.
Yeah, don't move them. You got more time than he's got. Take you all the time in the world. He's a good fish. I reckon he'd be close to double figures. How about that for a fish? He's 10. No risk. Well done, Maggie.
Lake Pedder's almost right in the middle of the southwest. You can drive out here now and, if you like, after a hard day's fishing, spend the night in that chalet below us. The water stored in Lake Pedder and Lake Gordon is used for hydroelectric power generation. The power station itself is deep underground, somewhere underneath the base of the Gordon Dam down there below us.
The Derwent River near Hobart is my territory. I'm a ferry skipper, and this time of the year it's a pretty hectic business. This yacht race that we're following is the King of the Derwent. A lot of the yachts that compete in the Sydney to Hobart also enter for this one. It's all part of the Tasmanian fiesta. On shore, there's all sorts of other things happening.
Hobart Tower, this is Tango Sierra Romeo, beam Mount Wellington, cruising 4,000 with information Victor. Request clearance to land.
Tango Sierra Romeo, this is Hobart Tower. Make visual approach, track straight in, runway 06 Cambridge. Hope you've had a good day. Please report on the ground.
Tango Sierra Romeo, confirming a visual approach to runway 06. We'll call on the ground. It's been a great trip. Cheers.